Good evening, gamers. Welcome in. I usually say good evening, gamers, no matter what, even if I'm doing drama reacts or whatever. But I think this is actually right on target this time, because we are going to be watching today. Where do game key sites get their keys? Now, I watched a video like this a little while ago, and it made me be like, okay, no more buying indie games from G2A.com. Okay, but I think it's important to talk about this stuff, so I wanted to do a little react video. If you want to watch the original video, which I highly recommend you do before you watch my reaction, it'll be the first link in the description, as well as the original creator right below that. Right below that is my Twitch stream. If you want to come by, I go live every Tuesday, Thursday, and Sunday for the most part. I also might be doing a subathon when you watch this video, so feel free to swing by if you would like. And fair warning, I talk way too much. With all that being said, welcome in. Let's get into it. Drop a like or a sub if you enjoy your stay. Hold on, let me turn this down a little bit. I also have a couple other reacts lined up here for the good old YouTube channel. Anyways, let's get into it, baby. Uh-oh. A diabolical lick. Oh god, dude. God, I miss when thinking about that Elon Musk tweet there. I miss when Elon Musk was just annoying on Twitter. Simpler times. I'm so sorry, by the way, if I have to mute this so that then I can make ad revenue off of the 10 views I get on this video. So sorry, guys, if you're just sitting here watching me to nothing at all, looking like a total idiot. Oh my goodness gracious.
Everyone loves sales and getting games for cheap, but how would you feel if that game you got for $5 less than the original price was obtained illegally?
Wow, it's just like real life, man.
You seem to be playing a hacked version of this game.
I'm sure many of you have heard of websites like G2A, but
Yes,
just in case you
sir.
haven't,
Yo, have any of y'all ever bought the absolute dookie butt cheeks keys? These ones right here, the little random elite ones. Yeah, random elite my dick, man. Listen, I get that some people like Broken Age, but I really wouldn't call that an elite game, to be honest. But I get it, dude. You're selling it for $4. I get it. Some of them are just like straight up like crypto miners. Like you'll buy it and it'll be like, what is this game? It'll look like absolutely horrible. And then you'll be like, oh yeah, this is a crypto miner for sure. Why is it originally $60? Who is doing this?
quick overview is that they're a key reseller where users on their platform will buy keys externally and sell them on their website for a supposedly marked down price. Now, G2A and similar sites have...
You know what? Okay, sorry, I keep pausing so much in the beginning here. That's my bad. It frustrates me when like a new game comes out and G2A is like, check this out, and it's like 71 euros. I'm like, dude, that's literally more expensive for me. What the heck? Why is this on? Why are you slapping this on your front page, dude? This is not impressive at all. Fanatical though, which I'm pretty sure is an ethical key site. I'm actually like almost 100% positive because PC Gamer did a whole article on it, and I feel like if they did one that wasn't ethical, they'd probably get into some hot water. But who knows? You know, gaming journalism's iffy. But they did a deal on Oblivion when it came out, and it was $41, and I ended up copping Moonlighter, Fear 2, and like one or two other games with the money that I saved, and I'm not gonna lie, that was gas.
have a certain reputation in the indie developer sphere. It's so bad to the point that some developers would rather you pirate their games than buy it from a key site. Running with Scissors, developer of one of the games of all time, Postal 2.
What? The games of all time.
Hi there, would you like to sign my petition?
This is so funny because I think I'm literally about to go record some Postal 2 here in a minute for this channel, dude.
Fuck you, buddy.
Express their opinion about key sites on Twitter.
CD key sites like G2A have been hurting indie studios for years. Want to support us? Buy from our website. No money? Just pirate our games. Just don't buy from those key reselling websites that may or may not contain illegally obtained keys.
Obviously, in Twitter fashion, other people wanted to express how they were wrong. Our Saint Kevin Green here comes in really giving Running with Scissors a reality check.
No, they haven't. The problem lies with studios selling keys to unverified people that turn out to be scammers with a stolen credit card. These are companies that can handle verification. No legit reseller is going to object to going through some verification process.
If you don't know how things work, don't talk out your arse. Scammers buy those keys from legit sites, but with stolen credit cards, and they resell them on resale sites like G2A.
So you might have a couple.
Yeah, I've heard that this is a problem because I use Keymailer sometimes for like games that I want to play or like indie games. Like I'll go on there and browse and be like, oh yeah, I like this game. Yeah, let me put in a request to see if the devs would be down to give me a key. Like I got like Power Wash Sim like that, and I got trying to think of what else, what other games I got. I can't think of any more notable. I know I've gotten a couple. No. Anyways, not important. There's literally like a whole thing that's like, if we find out that you're reselling these on a key site, we will like delete your account.
Couple questions right now.
So they've had problems with that before. Sorry, let me back up a little bit here because I keep pausing so much.
Sell them on resale sites like G2A.
So you might have a couple questions right now. There are illegal and legal key sites. How do legal key sites get their keys? And why would Marvel let my child hear Chris Pratt drop the F-bomb?
Oh. Open the fucking door!
Well, to answer those questions, let's discuss the three main ways someone can buy a game. Firstly, you have first-party sellers. They're pretty simple.
Steam.
It's basically the company that controls the platform and generates their keys.
Wait,
this is
like
your Steam and
yeah.
Epic Games. They're apps where the developer posts their game to. Next up, you have third-party sellers. These are sites who are in contact with the first-party sellers.
Humble Bundle, Fanatical. Let's see. Do I know any more like that? I don't know if this is actually what you say. Oh, what's that one that sells like a lot of like upkeeps a lot? GOG, right? That like upkeeps older games and stuff, and like the Fallout London thing, right? They helped with Fallout London making that work.
And buy keys in bulk at wholesale from them to sell on their own sites. They're known as official resellers. These are sites like Humble Bundle, Green Man Gaming, and Fanatical.
Green Man Gaming, that too. Yeah, I actually haven't even tapped in on Green Man Gaming like that.
If you're wondering where you can find sites like these, I'll show you a handy tool I use for finding them later on in the video. After that is when we get into the shady Breaking Bad businesses known as grey market sellers. These sellers have no connection with first-party sellers and have the most shady business practices, usually having external...
Buying in bulk makes sense. See, that didn't, like, it never really made sense to me. I was like, what? How does this work? How does it work like this? But yeah, that's literally what it is. They buy in bulk. That totally makes sense. Because I knew that it was like official and safe, and they didn't get these, games. They weren't like stolen. I'm pretty sure that itch would also be like the first tier, right? Because they host the games and technically like generate the keys. I mean, I don't think they even technically have keys on itch. I could be wrong there, but I think they literally just then give you like the download and it goes to your library. Like there's no technical key. Shout out itch because I'm pretty sure they give the creators of the games like way more bread. I could be mistaken, but I'm pretty sure.
Users provide keys for them to sell on their site and receive a percent of what the user sells the key for. Maybe at first glance, those grey market sellers don't sound so bad. A way you can sell off unwanted keys for a bit of extra cash? That's amazing. But when you dig a little deeper, you find that grey market sellers are a way for scammers to sell off keys they bought from third-party sellers using stolen cards. Another method scammers use to get access to keys, and my personal favorite, is by emailing game developers acting like streamers, YouTubers.
You crush me with your coochie. Suffocate me with your breasts until I die.
And
Ludwig, jeez.
Game reviewers requesting keys to try out your game and show it off or give it a review. If you really want to try out a game and stream it to an audience, at least have the decency to buy the game yourself and show some support. Even if you don't like the game, you can just refund it rather than the
That is true.
developer not getting any real benefits other than a couple of impressions. I received a bunch of emails myself as soon as I released my game to Steam, Meteorites 3D, and I started getting a ton of emails just like this. Hey, here. I post daily vids on YouTube and daily streams on Twitch. I try to play all types of indie games and find hidden gems in gaming industry, and your game caught my attention, so here I am asking.
I'm not gonna lie, I do be accepting free game keys. To be 100% honest with you, because sometimes just devs be sending games to my inbox. Like sometimes they'll just be like, yeah, here's a key. Here's literally a key. Or they'll be like, here, request if you want. We want you to cover this game if you would want to. Request it, like, or here, fill out this Google Doc or whatever. Or like email her, right? So it gives them the option. I guess you could say it's kind of like slimy. I don't ever really reach out unless, I mean, I haven't done it yet, but there's like a couple of indie games that I'm like, I feel really like passionate about these, and I would really love a key for them. So I may end up reaching out, not like this. I might be like, hey, I really fuck with your shit, dude. Here's literally me reacting to the trailer on my stream. Like, would you possibly be interested in giving me a key? But anyways, I think it's like, you know, if you have the bread, buy the game, or if you really fuck with the game, then gift a copy of it to one of your friends. Or if you can't do either of that, which sometimes is to be honest with you, the boat that I fall into, where I'm like, holy shit, I don't really have any expendable cash right now, then promote the shit out of them, you know? Like, if you get a free game, be like, hey, if you guys like this game, fucking buy this game, dude.
Getting a key so I can play Meteorites 3D. Here we have one from Cool Gamer. I'm working as both content creator and VFX artist. I started streaming 2 years ago, but managed to get 36k followers and average 200 to 300 subs per month. Love FPS shooting, but I play everything that I find interesting. Do you mind if I ask for a Steam copy so I can play Meteorites 3D? Well, I mean, with a name like Cool Gamer, how could I decline?
Real.
And I tend to review games after 100% completing them on my YouTube channel for a while now. In the time I spend on gaming, I like to play a variety of titles. I saw Meteorites 3D in the discovery queue, and after checking it out, I'd like to try it myself. You can make this happen by providing a Steam key. I'm really looking forward to that. Yo, I'm Twitch streamer and YouTuber. I've been streaming for like 5 to 6 months. I got 26k followers and 10k subs on YouTube. I stream games, react to videos, and funny vids.
Me, right here. This is me right here. This is me right here. I'm basically React bot, but stupider.
Which you can find my stuff on both YouTube and Twitch. Someone offered me to play Meteorites 3D, and I checked it out. I liked what I saw, and I want to play your game on my stream. If you can provide me a single Steam key, I'll stream it. The worst part is, great keys are able to backfire on you, the customer, and to no one's surprise, the developer. The customer can have their game deactivated by the developer if the key was found to be fraudulently obtained. For example, if the card that was stolen asked for a refund. G2A offered a solution using everyone's favorite money siphoning technique: monthly
Oh, I was gonna say cryptocurrency?
installments.
Epic.
You can't keep getting away with it!
What?
This was a way you could pay extra money per month to offer any insurance if a game got deactivated.
What? They're like, yeah, we know. Well, like, maybe we don't have a verification process, and maybe your key might get revoked. But if you give us $1 a month, like, we'll make sure that doesn't happen.
Then they would refund you with G2A credits to use to buy
What?
more stolen keys.
Oh my
This
God.
was called G2A Shield, but has been discontinued since. I wonder why. Now, you might be wondering how the developer gets fucked over. Well, once a key has been used and the card company demands for a refund for the fraud, on top of that including chargebacks, so not only does the dev lose out on a sale, but it also ends up costing them money. Now, between you and me, a lot of these big companies drowning in money might not even feel the hits.
I was gonna say, EA game on G2A? Indie dev game on G2A. Silence indie game on G2A. I will buy you with my actual money on Steam or itch.io. EA game is talking.
Especially since they'll have hired tech support dealing with these issues for them. But when this type of thing happens to an indie developer whose sole earnings come from their games and have to use that money usually to pay bills, it can really waste them time and money having to deal with the chargebacks. So as you can tell, it's a pretty shitty business practice, especially for smaller developers who in some cases might not even be able to pay back the chargebacks due to how little income their smaller games will make. And I'll be
Damn,
open to
bro.
admit that I used to use these key sites myself, since sometimes the prices these games are selling for can be really tempting. But after performing a poll on my community tabs, I also found out that a good chunk of you guys do too. But since finding out about all those shady practices and learning about third-party sellers, I prefer to use...
Dude, I have to utilize my community tab on YouTube more. It is literally so useful and can be so powerful. I'll just start adding all the like funny things that I tweet. Actually, I don't usually be tweeting things. Maybe whenever I think of a funny joke, Oh my God, that's genius. I actually have to remember to start doing that because sometimes I'll just be like high as hell, just like sitting here. Sorry, this is so off topic, but you know, you clicked on my video. Okay, I'm gonna add a little extra commentary here. You know, I'm usually just sitting here high as hell. I'm like, oh, that's funny. Sometimes it's actually funny. Sometimes it's not. But maybe people would enjoy.
Use those sites now, since at least I know the developer isn't losing out, and I can occasionally
Dude, I'm not gonna lie to you, bro. Oh my God, Humble Bundle is so goated, bro. I have gotten so many great games from Humble Bundle. Plus, it's helping a good cause. I have to hook up my like what is it, affiliate code, and then like choose what charity I want it to go to, because like I not only am I constantly like I love Humble Bundle, but I'm always like, yo, chat, check out whatever bundle on Humble Bundle whenever I'm like tapped in like that.
game for an okay price. I'm not here to
Again, as a brokey, you know, I'm like, oh damn, $13 for all these games? Yeah, okay, I fuck with it.
tell you how to spend your money, but at least I can rest happy now knowing that you know the moral implications behind gray market key sites, and you can choose if you want that knowledge to burden you or not. Now, as I mentioned earlier, there's this really handy tool which will list out all of the verified third-party sellers, and along with that will list if any game you're looking for is on sale on there. Introducing today's not sponsor, istthereanydeal.com.
Yes, I use the site. Yeah. Yeah.
Website comes in handy if you really have your eye on a game that you really want, but don't
And there's another one as well, but I'm blanking on the name. I'll try and pull it up here once we get done with this if I remember.
have the money for right now. As you can put your game of choice on a watch list, and the website will notify you when the game goes on sale on any of the third or
I haven't utilized that at all. That's so fire.
first-party seller sites. If you're wondering where the list of the official third-party sellers is, here it is. I'm not reading that out because the video is already long enough. So now you finally have a great resource to find out when my favorite game, Disney's Pixar Toy Story 3, the video game, goes on sale.
Dude, hell yeah, man. What a great video, dude. So quick to the point, so encapsulating. Hold on, I gotta hit the subscribe. Also, I gotta check out their game, dude. Yeah, dude, great video. Right to the point. Got that shit figured the fuck out, dude. Let us know what the fuck was good and explained everything perfectly and easily to understand. That's awesome, dude. Let's see here. Is it really worth buying off key sites? It's your own moral compass, so if you decide that's what is right, it is what it is. If you have any suggestions for any other topics surrounding video, oh hell yeah, dude. The thought of Ubisoft losing money from me buying their games is an enticing one, to be sure. Buying indie games from key sites, unethical. Buying AAA slop from key sites, ethical. Literally what I was saying, dude. Literally what I was saying. Fun fact, the intro video's music was pirated and the advert creators got sued for. I forgot about that. A few years back, 2016-ish, I remember a few years back, brother, that's almost 10 years ago, by the way. Ugh. I remember that some of those key sites used to buy keys from other countries where they are cheaper. I don't know if it's still the case. Oh, that makes sense. One golden rule, 70% off Steam sale, buy. Dude, yeah, Steam sales are also goated, bro. Like, I feel like a lot of times that, I feel like, oh my God, wait, this is literally about the random keys. I'm gonna have to tap in on that, do a little react to that. I feel like a lot of times PC gamers don't even realize how good they have it, dude. Like, if a PC gamer hasn't been on the Nintendo eShop and seen the prices there, I mean, sometimes there's some good deals going on, but a lot of times, them Johns are expensive, bro. Own a Nintendo console, dude, and you'll never be complaining again. Literally, The Witcher 3 was on sale for like $2 the other day. I was like, dude, this is insane, bro. This is insane. Younger me would have cried at that idea. Like, holy shit. This game that will give me 100 hours of content is one of the best games ever is like $2? What the fuck? But yeah, dude. I'll never buy a key from a key site for an indie game, but you can be damn sure I'm not paying hundreds of dollars for operating systems. Valid, in my opinion. Funny fact, usually game devs can't do anything against this because they can't prove that the keys are not legit due to sales. Is it Factorio? Is that how you say it? Won their legal dispute because they have never had a sale on their game. The only way to obtain the game legally was to buy it full price. Okay. I think it's fine to use these third-party websites for old games that sell for full price like any Call of Duty game. They're made by $1 billion companies and they sell their 10-year-old games. Yeah, I actually agree with that. Yeah, I think Call of Duty and shit like that is fair game. Also, there's some games that you just literally can't buy anymore. Like one of my favorite games of all times, Mercenaries 2. You literally can't buy it on any sites anymore. EA literally took it down, which doesn't make sense to me because like even if it's not optimized, just let people buy it, man. Let people buy. Like I have so many good memories in that game. I will not be discussing where I got my copy though. But yeah, dude, I literally had to like go hunt it down on the internet to be able to find a copy to play it on my PC because I'm like, dude, I don't have an Xbox 360 or PS3 on hand, and I want to make content with it. Which actually reminds me, I want to play it on my subathon. Yeah, talk about nostalgia. Anyways, dude, thank you so much for hanging out. I hope that this was to your guys' criteria of transformative. This was an amazing video. Again, go make sure you check out the original creator and their game, dude. I'll definitely be checking it out at some point. And yeah, thank you so much for being here. If you enjoyed your stay and you want to let me know you watched this far into the video, say something in the comment section like, I'm trying to think, Gorillas. That's the best faction in Mercenaries 2, or the coolest one in my opinion. Gorillas. Put Gorillas in the comment section. Thank you so much for hanging out. I really do appreciate it. And feel free to stop in on a Twitch stream sometime if you've never stopped by one. Yeah, I appreciate you all. I will see you all hopefully soon. Have an amazing rest of your days, nights, whatever the fuck time is for y'all. And bye-bye.